Got a earmarked for, you know, next time we get a plan this big, if we could number the pages, would really help to find things.
I think we mentioned that last year too.
Yeah, I read the whole thing.
I think that was one of our comments.
Yeah, that's too hard.
Really hard.
I got one that was handed out like this, so you could put everything into the sections where they belong.
That's handy, yeah.
So I think that's out there somewhere, because I got a copy of it.
Anyway, my,
It's not on my
No, I used my last year's one, and I
Everybody got
moved it
the
all into here.
same.
Okay.
This was what was prepared for the planning commission.
I know.
Okay.
my,
And very nicely too. I do have one of those books. I could have done that same thing, yeah.
Okay, Cortland had a comment.
Yes, Cortland?
yes, okay, the library, Carnegie Library restoration and accessibility, it's just about almost halfway through. Restoration, modernization, and accessibility library, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, the library, I happen to be on the board of directors, so I'm fairly well up to date with this. We tried to get passed a couple of years ago, remember?
Yeah.
Went down, and what we wanted to do was build an addition on the south side of the library.
Okay.
And, okay, the problem is at present, we got no place for the kiddies except downstairs. Different floor, we gotta have an adult supervisor all the time, somebody keeping an eye on, even with the cameras, which can be an added expense. If we don't get volunteer parents or whatever, they gotta be adults. So our big push was to build that thing on the back, and we could have all one floor, supervisable from one desk, you know. And we had, okay, when the millage came out the first time, it was pushing $2 million for that included the addition on the south and the restoration of the old building, which is vital, of course. Now, all it covered here is, in our capital improvement, is well, handicap accessibility and stuff like that. Doesn't address the addition at all. Now, we've got enough in grants, so our cost at the latest meeting that I recall was down below $1 million, and we want to try for another millage on that, maybe next spring, to get, so we can build that addition on the back. And that will mean off-street parking, and it'll mean on level entry for wheelchairs.
Okay.
And, I mean, to spend, what do you want to spend here? $1 million, 1.7 million without the addition on the back. And we can, at the latest figure that I recall, is we can fix the whole old building and build the addition on the back with off-street parking and level ramp and everything for about $1 million, or maybe 1.2. And we've got enough grants in now and enough to put it in our fund to bring that down. So we think that a millage prospect next spring would be a viable thing. So if you want to call Elaine at the library, Elaine Erickson, she's the head librarian, or anybody there, well, the number's in the book, it's 9320203. To verify all this and get their point on it, but this, I don't know what the effect of this capital improvement plan would have on our long distance plans, you know, our long range plans. But I just thought I'd bring this to the attention of the committee.
So the point that you're making is that what's in there right now as a figure is higher than...
Well, it's higher, it doesn't
date.
address our big problem is what to do with the kids. If we continue to have them, you know, we can fix that basement up at a considerable expense. There's a lot that needs to be done. And keep them down there, but it's crowded. There's not enough room for all their books. And if we had that addition built on the south side of the building, you know, it would be all open, you know, into the main office right now, where the main office is. It would would make the supervision problem a lot easier. So that's why I brought it up.
Okay, thank you.
And that's about the only thing, I read them all, and that was the only one I have to quibble
Suggest
with.
that there's an amendment.
I just have one comment, again, on the library. It seems to me that the city commission voted not to pursue any grants.
No, we voted not to hold a millage.
Okay, no, and
Yeah, that last spring.
there was some grant money out there, didn't you say not to pursue that grant money? That was
We had money
a month ago.
committed that would be basically coupled with a millage being approved. And with the lack of a millage, we released the grant. It was a loan, not a grant.
Okay.
It was a large loan. Dennis, am I getting that right?
Well, I might add that I met with the Gogebic Range Associated Retired School Personnel a couple weeks ago. Good-sized meeting, there was about 80 people there. And I put this whole idea out to them of what we want to do with the library. And of course, being all of us ex-educators, well, everybody was very much in favor. And the reason I addressed them is because I want to get these older people into the polls next spring if we do put it on a millage, and to make it known to them that they don't have to climb those damn cement steps up the front of the library anymore.
Level access.
Level access, plus some parking spaces in the back.
Okay.
So that, I'm hoping that it will improve, because that library is one of the important concepts and features and buildings in our area. That, with the
Piece
memorial
of
building
junk.
and the downtown theater, you know, the library should stand and should be improved and expanded, I think.
Thank you for bringing that to light. I wasn't aware of that myself.
Well,
I appreciate it.
I've obviously been psyched out by the library people.